Hello everyone and welcome to game 2 now here on Turtle Rock between Lucifer and Hawk. And the first thing I will say is that Hawk is going to benefit from the fact that this is going to be close spawns here on Turtle Rock, meaning that he can militia tower his opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and get that back up there. There we go. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Alright. At the 9 o'clock position, Hawk is spawning as the teal human player. Meanwhile, back over here, we see Lucifer spawning as the red undead. Undead versus human. Can I make these stack up on top of each other? Oh, look at that. There's nothing wrong with the screen. Alright. Pretty much early in the game. Not very much to talk about. Last game, game 1, really entertaining to see Lucifer go for that mass gargoyle strategy, and I really think it was the upgrades that took its toll. Lucifer with 2-2 upgrades against 0-0 upgrades on Hawk's units. Also, the amount of creeping that Lucifer was able to do early on gave him a lot of auras. Those auras, Vampiric Aura, Unholy Aura, Command Aura, Endurance Aura, really enabled those gargoyles to be pretty much everywhere they want, regenerate hit points, attack, and deal more damage. Alright, one Acolyte is dancing around back and forth. It looks like the Militia taking a little bit of damage. The Peasant trying to get in front as the Acolyte down to 55 hit points here. The Acolyte isn't going to try to sack itself. No, it is not, as we are getting into that Archmage. Death Knight already being trained up as well. We are going into a Tomb of Relics. Ziggurats also being placed down. We'll see when we will be going for that Nerubian tower in order to protect against any sort of tower placement. Death Knight should be popping out, picking up a Rod of Necromancy, and then coming back in. Meanwhile, Archmage doing some very, very fast creeping, dropping off a Water Elemental here, and now attempting to take down all of these Ogre Warriors. Acolyte still on patrol, not really seeing anything at all, as the Ogre Warrior will fall. What item will be left behind? Gloves of Haste, a fairly decent item. Is the Water Elemental going to be saved? No, it is not, as the Death Knight now looks to see where his opponent is. Death Knight now coming back down over Rod of Necromancy. There is the Water Elemental. The Death Knight running headlong into that army. The Death Knight does not want to engage here. Gonna use the skeletons, courtesy of his friend Lucifer, and now make his way in. There is this one particular Arcane Tower, though, so that Arcane Tower could cause problems, as we now see the towers are attacking these sea turtle hatchlings off here. As long as that tower doesn't deal the final blow, that's exactly what you want to see. Meanwhile, the Death Knight wants to steal some experience, and will it be able to do that is the key question. Footman, I believe, yes, the Death Knight did get the experience there once more. Item was picked up by the Archmage, as he also picks up a Slippers of Agility. Now, do we have, yes, Militia now going back and trying to take down a lot of these skeletal warriors here. I'm not quite sure why Hawk is getting fed experience at this point, as the Archmage still attempting to creep even though the Death Knight is nearby. We are going into a quick tech to tier 2. Footman, Death Knight could come over once again. There is the Death Coil. I believe the Death Knight did get the experience again, and now what's going to be happening here as the ghouls now making their way over? Skeletal minions going to fall. One low hit point Footman trying to retreat back home, as a sea turtle hatchling getting in some extra damage once more. Archmage still sitting at level 2. One poor Footman trying to run away from some skeletal minions will be able to do so, as it does have a little bit of an early start. Alright, Hawk sitting here as well. We are going into the Archmage. Archmage still doing some more creeping, as some ghouls now coming over, and interestingly, the ghouls are going to start attacking. This is not what I was expecting at all. I thought Militia would be trying to come over, but instead, Hawk had mass-trained ghouls, and if the ghouls are actually able to deal a lot of damage here, take down this tower, and then push in, this could cause a lot of problems, as the ghouls are now making their way inside the base. Militia will now be forced to call over. Archmage is sitting at level 2. No mana to really deal with the ghouls here, as Militia are getting taken down. Hawk in a bit of trouble. He's not able to retrain up any more peasants right now. He may be no, he's not going to be lumber locked. But these ghouls are causing problems. Level 2 on the Death Knight. Unholy Aura quickly picked up. As we now see perhaps the engagement once again coming in. Scroll of Town Portal not wanting to do an engagement or an exchange. One Acolyte does get taken down, but now there are some footmen stuck on the wrong side of the wall. We are at Halls of the Dead, and now where are these Acolytes going to be traveling to? Able to get away, and now the footmen of Hawk are in trouble. So what is going on here? Archmage sitting at level 3, level 2 Water Elemental going up against a Ghoul, not even being microed at all. Finally getting microed too little too late, as now we are seeing some Archmage or some footmen try to run away. Level 2 on the Death Knight, not that much mana left, unable to get off another Death Coil. Doesn't need it though, as the Skeletal Minions get off a last hit on a slow moving unit. Hawk still sitting at level 3 here. Skeletal Minions still trying to chase. Both sides still dancing back and forth. And as we're going to see, Lucifer 0 pick up a Lich. We are at 26 over 40 supply going into a slaughterhouse. Meanwhile, Hawk sitting at 33 over 36 going into long-range rifles. Arcane Sanctum already has the Blacksmith and perhaps is afraid of Gargoyles. Death Knight now making its way over. Ogre Magi will fall here. Lucifer looking to be very strong, taking down and now picking up Boots of Speed. The Rune of the Watcher has been left behind, and now the Archmage is coming back over. Riflemen and Water Elementals forcing a cancellation on 2 buildings. Black Citadel already trying to be upgraded, and what will be happening here as the Archmage runs away from a Lich and a Death Knight. Frost Nova on a Footman. The Footman now taken down, and the Mountain King perhaps going to come back in and join in on this next engagement as the Archmage needs a little bit more mana. Alright, it looks like we're going to be trying to take down Gargantuan Sea Turtles. Here we go. Giant Sea Turtles and Gargantuan Sea Turtles quickly coming in. But no, the Death Knight quickly coming in. There's a Stormbolt. And that is going to be a fair amount of damage onto that Death Knight. Death Knight now down to 93. What is going to be happening here is the Rifleman. Nope. Going to turn back around and take down some of these Gargantuan Sea Turtles. And does the Death Knight have a way to regenerate hit points at this point besides standing on Blight? The Slaughterhouse is just getting added. Double Slaughterhouse. So perhaps we will see those Obsidian statues come in momentarily. The Footman down to 50 hit points. Down to 8. Quickly gets taken down here. And now the Mountain King doing a bit of tanking. Alright, Gargantuan Sea Turtle will fall. Archmage won't level. Neither will the Mountain King. Scroll of the Beast has been picked up. And that the timing on the Scroll of the Beast can be very, very important, as you don't want to use it when your opponent has destroyers. Both sides now creeping out the shops. Ogre Magi will get taken down. Rifleman going after a couple of the Ogre Warriors as well. There's a Stormbolt being used by the Mountain King, wanting to mitigate some of that damage. Rune of the Watcher, Claws of Attack +9. That Mountain King going to be dealing a good amount of damage now. And perhaps we will see selling some items. What is he going to pick up instead? Claws of Attack +9 given to the Archmage Mountain King with a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. And this is going to be Rifle Caster here as they try and take out this red creep camp. Alright, Ogre Lord Water Elemental needs to be dropped. No Water Elementals available as there's not enough mana. Only this one back here. Ogre Warrior and Ogre Lords in position. Another Shockwave as the Ogre Lord just beating up on that Archmage. Archmage now trying to back away again. And both sides still creeping pretty heavily. Death Knight about to get to level 3. Lich about to get to level 2. Meanwhile, Archmage about to get to level 4. Mountain King about to get to level 3. And that could be huge, as we now see Immolation Aura also picked up. Immolation Aura most likely will just be sold. I don't see Ghouls really making that big of a comeback in this particular fight. Archmage now making its way over. And we'll see what will be happening here. Giant Sea Turtles are down. Death Knight sitting at level 3, getting up a Potion of Healing. Just exactly what the doctor ordered. And now, will this Archmage be able to do anything here? Creep camp has just been cleared out. And now we could be having an engagement sitting at 50 over 54, trying to get in some additional supply from those farms. 35 over 40 And we are now going into Abominations. Abominations that counter the Rifleman. And Skeletal Minion quickly gets taken down over here. Here we go. Next attack. Water Elemental trying to tank a little bit of that damage. Lich, Frost Nova, Death Coil from the Lich. Easily able to take that down. Water Elemental just taking all of that damage there. And you can see how long range those Riflemen really are. As they're now trying to take down some of the Crypts as well. There's a Stormbolt taking down an Acolyte. Level 2 Stormbolt takes down an Acolyte in one bolt there. As we now see, what was that? A Death Coil on a Priest. Priest now quickly backed off. There is the bolt. Are we going to get a Death Coil? No, yes we are. Death Coil to barely save it. Roar has been utilized. Rifleman now trying to back away. Rifleman going to get focused down. There's a Dispel Magic pushing back some of the Blight. Militia now being called over. Archmage in no trouble, using a Scroll of Town Portal to try to get away. There is a clap there, taking out a couple ghouls. Only one ghoul falls though, as another ghoul barely able to escape. And could we perhaps see another engagement here? We need to see a Scroll of Regeneration being utilized. Archmage wants to engage. He knows that he can strike again, and that would be good timing. Clarity Potion might also be used as the Archmage now moves out. Yes, Healing Scroll. No Healing Scroll. Skeletal Minion quickly taken down. Mountain King sitting at level 3. Archmage sitting at level 4. Here we go, and oh! The timing couldn't be worse for Lucifer, as Lucifer is going to be low on hit points. No, he has to clear out this creep camp before moving on. Ogre Lord going to fall. Tome of Knowledge. Ogre Magi needs to get taken down. No Scroll of Town Portal, as we are now seeing a Gargantuan Sea Turtle also taken down as well. Mountain King at level 3. Is this going to fall? It should fall here in just a second. Come on, take it down, and then move on. Tome of Strength. Pendant of Energy. All right, Mountain King with 420 mana. How scary is that? 420 mana. Mountain King with level 2 Stormbolts will be able to just simply walk in, bolt around. There is still the cooldown factor, though, as the Mountain King still looks to engage. What's going to be happening here? Level 4, level 3 against a level 3, level 3. They're about to level though, so we are pretty even. Mountain King has to be careful, as the Mountain King may try to engage here. There is a Frost Nova Death Coil combination coming in, as the Militia now coming back over. There is a Thunderclap as well. The Mountain King really eating through much of his mana, now forcing all of the Death Knights to retreat again. And the Abominations. Mountain King looking to come back in. Another Peasant does get taken down. Stormbolt on an Abomination. Is it going to get Death Coiled? It is, but is it going to be enough? Oh, Dark Ritual to save, to deny experience. What are you, Lich? You think that this is Dota? Alright, coming back in. We are going to be seeing Destroyers now make their way in as well. Rifleman going to try to engage. Oh, if we see an Obsidian Statue pop out, that is going to be bad timing, as one Obsidian Statue now popping out, a second one now popping out as well. Are they going to fall? 2 Obsidian Statues separated from the rest of the army. Destroyers are now in the air still. Mass Riflemen with 2-0 upgrades, and the upgrade story is completely reversed this time, as Hawk has 2-0 upgrades against 0-0 for those Destroyers and those Abominations. Rifleman now trying to take down a Slaughterhouse. It looks like it will be falling. And now, what is happening here? Level 3, level 4 now on that Death Knight. One Slaughterhouse does get taken down. Rifleman now trying to come back around, as now one Rifleman may get caught in transit. Bad timing. Frost Nova, Destroyers coming in, and it looks like it will get taken down. Lich still sitting at level 3 though, and both sides are still heavily pushing in here. Scroll of Town Portal now trying to come in. Where is that Mountain King? Is he going to get surrounded? No, it is just teleporting into the back of the base. Is the Abomination stuck? That could actually be the issue, as we now see Lucifer losing his Black Citadel. That is going to be the problem there. The Abominations may be stuck in the backfield, and a bad Scroll of Town Portal may have been the difference, as the Mountain King now still in the front. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now being utilized. Rifleman and more units could get taken down here. There's the Stormbolt. Another Rifleman may get taken down. Abomination now trying to chase. Death Coil trying to save. Death Knight still at full hit points. The heroes are not in danger of dying, really. It's really all of the rest of the armies, as both sides are taking a lot of damage. Another Destroyer getting taken down. Mountain King low on mana, though. There's a Stormbolt. Is the Abomination going to go down? Yes, level 5 now on the Archmage. Scroll of Healing utilized on the Archmage to save the Mountain King. And still more and more mana on that Mountain King. Will he be able to get off another Stormbolt? Yes, onto the Death Knight. The Death Knight has to use the Potion of Healing. It will use it. And how long can this battle go? Mountain King now down to 250. There's a Stormbolt. Oh, both sides. Oh, who's going to get taken down? Mountain King at 24 hit points, able to survive. Level 4 on the Death Knight. And a huge swing for Hawk, taking down the Death Knight while staying alive with a level 4 Mountain King at 24 hit points. Mountain King with a Death Wish, though, dancing back and forth. And Hawk looks like he will take Game 2 to even up the series at 1 game apiece. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.